Welcome back to Inside the Pride. I'm now joined by the head coach, Dan Campbell, ahead of Thursday Night Football against the Green Bay Packers. Coach, people are still talking about that Week 18 matchup last season. You still see highlights from that game. I know this isn't the same team, but what did carry over from that squad into this season?
Yeah, well, look, I think certainly the belief in what we're able to overcome, the resiliency, but also understand that, man, you can go on the road, tough environment, and man, you can beat your division opponent and when everybody else has counted you out. I mean, I just think that's important. It'll always be important.
Mm-hmm. Jordan Love is the guy in Green Bay. In what ways can you see that he backed up Aaron Rodgers for a couple of years?
Yeah, you know, I think it's very much the same as what you saw with Rodgers after the Favre era. Anybody that can remember that, you're like, man, he looks like Brett Favre. And this guy looks just like Rodgers. I mean, there's some things that he does when he hits his back foot and releases the ball. It's kind of almost off the back foot, and it's just a flick release. And so you can tell he's watched him, he's learned from him. And just like he was when he was younger, man, if you had it covered down and you gave him space, he'd take off now and he'd hurt you with his legs. And that's what this guy has the ability to do. So he's reading coverage pretty well. He can throw it downfield, and he can still hurt you with his legs.
Love has a steady Eddie and A.J. Dillon running back. He's getting the bulk of the carries in Green Bay right now. What's the number one focus for your run defense?
Yeah, I think this is another guy, population of the football, and he's a heavy back, man. He's one of those, the more carries that he gets, the better he gets. And they run a lot of different things. You can see this little turbo motion here. They do a ton of this, to and from. They're trying to get your support players to rock. They're trying to run the nickel. And then they get it to big boy here and hopefully split the focus of your linebackers with the O-line coming off on him, and he does the rest here. He's a heavy runner. He's downhill, and he's another guy we got to hit. We got to tackle, we got to try to get the ball out, and it's got to be over and over and over because he'll wear you down.
Mm-hmm. Linebacker Quay Walker does what I feel like you just explained your defense needs to do. He's producing in year two. That's why we're talking about him, helping to lead that Green Bay team in tackles. Where is he doing the bulk of the producing?
Yeah, look, he's a guy who plays everywhere, all right, and certainly he's got a lot of production right now at the inside linebacker. That's where he was initially drafted, and he's proved because he's got range and flow. He's smart, he's instinctive, he's tough, he's violent, but he can line up right here and he can rush off the edge too. He did a lot of it last year. He can also play in coverage. He has that ability. He's got hands. But this guy, man, you give him and you keep people off of him and he can run and hit. Now, you want to, all right, I'm uncovered. You bring a guard to him. He's strong enough to punch, violently shed, and still go make a play here. And I know this, you better get a hat on him because you won't be getting past the line of scrimmage if you don't with him.
Your Lions have already gone on the road in a very chaotic environment, got a dub in KC. What really shows you that they're ready for another road test in Green Bay on Thursday night?
Yeah, look, I just think I know this team, and I know the work that we put in. I know the focus. I know that our guys don't get shaken up. They don't get rattled. They don't live on the ups and downs. They just, man, they stay in what is real and not the perception. So we know what we need to improve. We've improved it, and now it's time to move on.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Okay, thank you.